seem to think is an accident is a planned conspiracy of these people. Let's go, Angad. Come.
Mother, what happened really was an accident. It's not their fault at all.
Sahiba, come out! Why are you hiding inside? You took advantage of my absence and took my place. You married Angad. You took away everything that I was going to get. You snatched my destiny away from me. You ruined my life, Sister Sirat. Rather than making useless accusations against me, it would be better if you told us where you went. Who was that man? Even now, you're audacious enough to question me. How dare you? Enough.
Hey, want to watch this in your own language subtitle? It's super easy. Just click the CC button. If you're on your phone, tap the CC button above. If you're watching on a TV or laptop, click the CC button below. Choose your language, English, Arabic, French, Spanish, German, and many more. And enjoy the series your way.
You had your sight on everything that I ever got, ever since we were kids. You've only had a hatred in your heart for me. And hence, you backstabbed me at the first chance you got. You betrayed me, Sahiba. You are the worst. Slap me. You would slap your elder sister. How dare you? Enough. Sirat, you have forced me to do something that I have never done in my life. Please end this now. Mom, Sahiba slapped me. She slapped her elder sister. Will you just stand here? Tell her.
I should have slapped you a long time ago, Sirat.
You're right, Santosh. If you had not spoiled her like this, none of this would have happened. She wouldn't have embarrassed us by eloping from her own wedding.
She has blackened her face. Look at the justice from the heavens.
You have lost all of the respect that I have ever had for you, dear sister. I would have endured it had it been only about myself. But you had our parents humiliated by your actions. You took advantage of their love and their trust for you, Sirat. Sahiba, do not cross the line. You have already done it. You did it the moment you ran away from your own wedding. By that one wrong decision of yours, Mom, Dad, Kirat, and Aunt, they were all humiliated. Do you even realize that? You simply left us without telling us. We didn't even know if you were dead or alive. And you have come back home after so long, and you blame me for all of this, Sirat?
You of all people must not speak of right and wrong, Sahiba.
You can say what you want, but first tell us. Who was it that you eloped with? Who was the one who poisoned your mind so much that you now begin to doubt your own family, Sirat? Tell us. Who it was! Tell us now!
Don't try to play me with your words, Sahiba. It is of no use. I will not fall for your sweet words. Since I know well what you are and who you are, you did not just turn Angad's family, but also my parents against me. The sister that I so trusted, the sister that I so loved. That sister is a traitor and struck me at the first chance. Mom, look at me. I fell on the road. I am all filthy with muck all over me. Look at my condition. Do you know, I have not eaten anything since yesterday. My stomach hurts. I am starving. I need to eat something, but first, but this, Kira, get me some water. I need to clean up first. Then I will have a meal. Am I right, Mom? I'm all dirty. And I am... Why are you not saying anything? Me. You're really angry, and your anger is justified. But I am your dear Sirat, your beauty queen, your daughter. You must support me. You must stand by me. Yet you're taking Sahiba's side.
I stand with my daughter.
I too am your daughter, your favorite.
It's 2 daughters. I only have 2 daughters. Kirat and Sahiba.
Mom!
Do not even dare to call me Mom. You traitor! I am so ashamed. I am ashamed of myself for having given birth to someone like you. So despicable and dishonest.
It's okay, Mom. I'm not offended by your words, and I'll take nothing that you say to heart. Because I know that you are my mom, and you love me a lot. I know it. And it is not you who is saying all this. I know that Sahiba has instigated you against me. I know it.
Shut up! One more word against Sahiba and I'll rip your tongue out and show you. Do you understand?
Calm down, or you might fall sick.
Even if I had to die, it really doesn't matter. She has not left us alive worth living. Ooh. But I will teach her a lesson before I go. What did you imagine, huh? That you just come back and we welcome you with open arms? Huh? That I'd be thrilled to have you back? That my sweet daughter has come home and that I'd be so overjoyed. My dearest sweet daughter, who humiliated me, has returned. Is that what you had thought? Huh? You have been fooling me all this time, Sirat. Because of you, I neglected my other 2 daughters. I was always focused on you, be it makeup, be it clothes, or jewelry for you. My life completely revolved around you, Sirat. And what did you do, Sirat?
Santosh, calm down. Please calm down. Why do you ruin your health for a stranger like this?
I am not going to keep quiet now. I won't keep quiet. This girl has ruined our whole family. What did you say about Sahiba? Huh? You dare accuse her? You are nothing compared to her. Do you understand me? You say that Sahiba cheated you? Huh? Sahiba can't even do anything wrong, even with her enemies. Will she ever cheat her own sister? She had even told the truth to everyone who attended the ceremony. She told everyone what was happening there. But such were the circumstances that she had to get married to Angad, all because of what you did. Do you know the difference between you and Sahiba? Here, look at this. Look at this. Look at your hands. They are so soft and gentle. These hands have never had to do any work. These hands were doused in creams and moisturizers. And look at these hands. Just look at them. Such dry and rough hands. Why is that? Why? Because these hands bore household expenses. They earned the food we ate. And your hands, yours! Even these hands were once so soft, but bearing all the tough burdens of life has made them rough. In order to ensure that you have a good life, I have hurt my Sahiba deeply. But no more! No more! Get lost! Get lost! Get out of this house!
I suffered so much in the past few days. I faced so many hardships to come back here. But not once did anyone ever look at me with any love or compassion. Not once did anyone ask me if I was alright, or where I've been, and how did this all happen. In just a few days, I've become a stranger, right? Dad.
You are not estranged, Sirat. You are simply dead to us.
Dad, what are you...
Have you got the answer to your question? Now, you may leave. And I never want you to turn back and set foot in this house.
Don't say that, Dad. I know I made a mistake on an impulse. I regret doing all that. I didn't intend to tarnish your honor and reputation. I never wanted to do that. I mean it. I didn't return home for all these days because I was ashamed to face you all. Dad, I apologize wholeheartedly. Please forgive me, Dad. I am your firstborn child. How can you throw me out of the house like this? You have always forgiven every mistake of mine. Please forgive me again. I truly have nowhere else to go, Dad. Please don't make me homeless. Please forgive me, Dad. I'm ashamed of my mistakes. Mom, please listen to me. Please let me live with all of you, Mom. Tell me, where else do I go?
I do not care at all. But don't come here. We neither have a place in our hearts, nor in this house. Did you think about us when you ran away from your wedding, leaving just a letter behind? Did you think about our honor or how the family will be humiliated? No, right? This is my house, and not a hotel, where people can just come and go. Get going.
Mom, I swear, I feel extremely guilty about my mistake. I swear on 𝐀𝐁𝐕𝐄 life, Mom.
Why, do you want to kill me?
If you truly regretted your actions, you wouldn't have made accusations against Sahiba.
No, Dad. I actually regret what I've done. I know that I took a very big step on an impulse. But I was helpless, Dad. I was very scared. That's why I couldn't tell you.
What? Did you have fear? What made you helpless? You were desperate to get married into that family. Sister Sirat, you forced us to fulfill your demand. And you are finally getting married to Angad. What made you change your mind at the last minute and run away from here? Who entered your life all of a sudden, sister? Look, sister, if you actually regret what you did, then tell them who that boy was. Just tell them.
Dad, please don't throw me out. I beg of you. I have no other shelter. Please forgive me. Please let me live here, Dad. Mom, will you listen to me at least?
You see that? She digressed from the topic. I know that she will never tell us why and for whom she did all this for.
Dad, please, forgive me.
Why are you saying sorry, you wicked girl? Apologize to my daughter, Sahiba. You are her culprit. You have ruined her life.
Forget it, Santosh. We don't want anything. We don't want her apology or her presence in this family. If we let her stay here, even for one more minute, it will be unfair to Sahiba. And I am not going to let that happen. Go on. Get out of this house. Come
No,
on.
Dad, please.
She has ruined your life. She murdered your happiness and dreams. Why are you showing her pity?
Dad, I know what Sirat did wasn't a mistake. It was a blunder.
Don't say anything. You don't need to vouch for her at all. Throw her out of the house.
Where will she live if you oust her from this house? Will she live on the roads and beg for survival? Dad, we cannot undo what has already been done. But please ask your heart. When Sister Sirat wasn't here, and we didn't know her whereabouts, weren't you concerned about her at all? Won't you be concerned again if she goes back to the streets, Dad?
Sahiba, my dear, can you do me a favor? Go back to your husband's house.
Why are you asking me to leave here, Mom?
Don't get involved in these matters. Go back to your husband's house. 𝐀𝐁𝐕𝐄, go ahead and pack Sahiba's bags.
Mom, why are you sending Sister Sahiba away? Why would she go? It's too late now.
𝐀𝐁𝐕𝐄, be quiet and do as you're told. Pack her bags and bring them here.
Mom, I was supposed to stay here tonight.
But you have to go back right now. Your first visit to your mom's house has ended. Angad has suffered an injury. He isn't keeping well. Go. Go and take care of him.
Mom, please
Do
don't.
it for me. Go.
All right. I will go. But you won't throw Sister Sirat out. You can scold her all you want, but please do not throw her out. Please let her stay.
Sahiba, forget this matter. Santosh is right. You should be with Angad at this time. You should stay away from this mess. I am going to handle it. You may go. 𝐀𝐁𝐕𝐄, go and help Sahiba get a rickshaw.
Loving the drama so far? Don't miss the next twist. Hit that subscribe button now for more English-dubbed twists, turns, and unforgettable moments every single week. Real drama, real emotions, all in English.
Thank you for making it on short notice, Doctor.
That's okay. See you.
Good night.
Mother?
What do you want from me now? The doctor said that you were all right.
Mother, I'm back now, so please. Have some food, won't you?
Oh, really? So I should eat now, just because you're back. I decided not to eat because of a decision of yours that you made. And although I didn't permit it, you went to that girl's house anyway, didn't you? You weren't even ready to come back. When Hansraj told you that I hadn't eaten anything, then you decided to come back. Or you wouldn't have come back to start.
Mother! Mother, I can't see you worried like this. I really can't bear to see you crying because of me. Mother, you know how much I love you, don't you? I really do care so much for you.
Love, care, concern. You can't just express them in words. You need to prove them in your actions.
Mother, please, 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 sit. Mother,
Angad, Hansraj was actually right. That girl has cast such a spell on you that you only care for her and not even your own mother.
That is not true. And I will tell you the real reason why I
And
really...
what will you say? I know why you went. You went there because you wanted to go. To impress Sahiba.
No, Mother. I went there because I thought Sirat might be there.
Sirat?
Did you see how different you are from Sahiba? You accused that poor soul gravely, but the only thing that she had for you was concern. Have you come back here? She could hire an auto, is that right?
Yes, Father. Sister asked me not.
let Sirat go anywhere.
You hear that? Even before she left, all she had for you was concern. Now you should leave. I never want to see you around this house ever again. My family and I have nothing to do with you anymore.
Dad, please. I've apologized enough. What do you want? For me to die? Grandma, will you keep sitting? Please tell Mom and Dad. I beg of you, where will I go? I have nowhere to live. I'll be homeless. I shall fall at your feet.
No need to fall at his feet. Just go and bang your head against the road. Do you want to die? You are dead to us already. Never show your face in this house ever again. Just leave, Sirat.
Listen, Mum, do remember that you are kicking me out of this house right now. But you will long, Mum, to serve me and compliment me. Even if you beg me, I will never come back to this house. What you have done to me today, even if you all regret it, I won't spare you. You will long to see my face. And you will regret the day that you kicked me out. I shall leave now.
Listen here. Go die wherever you want to. The doors of this house will never open for you again.
Is Sirat a part of all of this?
Mother, all of this began because of her. It has always been about Sirat, but I know that Sahiba is the brain behind this. I know that she planned all of this. Sahiba is the mastermind. Sahiba influenced Sirat to run away from the wedding.
Why didn't you tell me all of this before?
Because of Sahiba. I had almost found Sirat, but when I was about to nab her red-handed, Sahiba alerted her to my presence. The girl on your missing complaint, Sirat Kaur Monga. I have found her. And before I could reach Sirat, she ran away. But I wanted to nab Sirat at any cost this time. I wanted her to give me answers. I have so many questions about this. I need closure on this whole situation. I want to ask her as to why she did this to me. Why did she walk out on me? Why did she ruin mine and my family's reputation like this? There's a storm in my mind because of all of this, Mother. I'll find peace only after Sirat answers all of these things. Hence, I never told anyone. I couldn't tell them, not even you. People who staged such a thing to fool us. I was being fake to them too, so that I could catch them red-handed. That's why I'd been to that house. I wanted to stay there at night because I thought 𝐒𝐓𝐑 might try to come there. I would have nabbed her for sure then. But I got interrupted and I couldn't follow through.
hated me since childhood. That's why you betrayed me. The moment you got a chance, you took away everything.
You came back so soon.
Jessie, why are you being so naive right now? A person who has gotten so used to staying in such a large and extravagant mansion won't feel like staying in humble homes. Anyway, you must not feel like sleeping in that humble bed, right? And that's why she's back. You must know that even in our storeroom, the mattresses are so much more comfortable, right?
And have you come back all alone? You'd left with Angad for the post-wedding rituals. And why isn't he with you now? No one came from your home to drop you off. I mean, not at this hour, They sent their darling daughter all alone by herself.
Yes. No one came to drop me off. And why haven't they come? Assume whatever you want to. It doesn't matter.
Oh, that's like questioning the norms while breaking them. Wow.
Goodness. What I did today was something I could never imagine, even in my worst dreams. My dearest sister 𝐒𝐓𝐑. I slapped my elder sister. Please forgive me, Lord. Please don't let my family fall apart. I don't know why 𝐒𝐓𝐑 was accusing me of these things that I never did. I never did them. Mom and Dad shouldn't throw 𝐒𝐓𝐑 out in anger. Where will she go then? Lord, protect my sister 𝐒𝐓𝐑, please. go die wherever you want to. The doors of this house will never open for you again.
I just have one way out of this. Gary.
Bye, babes.
Bye. You can pick up the phone. I'm leaving now. Don't ignore your work for me, Gary. Okay?
Yeah. Sirat.
He disconnected. Gary, enough of your drama. Meet me right now near the temple at the model town. We will get married today. Do you hear that? Today. Or else I'll inform your family members today that it's you with whom I eloped. Honestly.
Matters will escalate if she actually reaches home. I have to stop her.
Amazing. He is sleeping so peacefully. But actually, you know, peace doesn't suit this house so much. And such a serious matter has happened. 𝐂𝐕𝐄 has returned alone in the middle of the night to this house. So this situation demands a serious ruckus. Otherwise, I won't be able to sleep peacefully. Am I right? But I wonder what I should do. Sorry.
Oh, Uncle, you...
I came to check on you. Careful. But I knocked the glass over. How are you now, Angad? Has the pain subsided?
I'm better.
Oh, goodness. Please help. I was worried about you. I thought your pain had increased. You know 𝐂𝐕𝐄 is back.
What?
Yes. Even I felt the same. Since 𝐂𝐕𝐄 returned home in the middle of the night, I felt that your condition might have worsened. And she has arrived to take care of you. Well, since the nuptial night, you both look very comfortable with each other. I noticed. Very nice, right?
Uncle, again?
It's okay, don't worry. Take rest. You must rest now.
Stop. Enough of this. I want to live in the Brar mansion as their daughter-in-law. By living with 𝐂𝐕𝐄, I'll reveal 𝐂𝐈𝐿's true colors. Honestly. Gary.
Babes, what are you doing here? Sorry, I couldn't answer your call. I was attending clients from the USA. What happened to you, babes? Are you okay?
Do I look fine? Huh? I'm wandering on the streets. Everyone thinks I'm a beggar. I haven't eaten anything since morning. Besides, my bag got stolen. I fell in the mud when I ran after the thief. My face got covered in paint. And when I went to my home, my parents ousted me forcefully and kicked me out. And do you know, 𝐂𝐈𝐿 had slapped me.
What did you say? 𝐂𝐈𝐿 really slapped you? I had told you that she's jealous of you. She's always up to harming you. Today she just proved that.
Yes, Gary. You are right. 𝐂𝐈𝐿 provoked my parents against me. I understood everything very clearly. I understood that only you are my well-wisher. I don't want to live with anyone else. I want to live with only you. So we will get married right now, Gary. Then you must take me to your house so that Sahiba and the others understand.
Babes. Even I want the same. But that's just not possible right now.
Not possible. Why?
Babes, I already told you that I'll inform everyone when the time is right. We shouldn't get married secretly. We'll have a grand wedding, hey? Right now, you come along. I'll drop you at a hotel or something. Come on.
I don't want to go to a hotel. I want to marry you right now. I eloped only for your sake, Gary. I dumped Angad only to marry you. So why can't we get married? Gary, this can't continue. You must marry me right now at any cost.
Have you gone crazy? How can we get married right now? Listen, Sirat, don't be stubborn. Let's go to a 5-star hotel, and there we'll eat peacefully, and we can talk, okay?
What? I don't want to go to a 5-star hotel. Also, I don't want to stay or eat at such places. I just want to marry you. Come along to the temple. We'll get married right now. To the temple. We'll get married right now. All the problems will get solved. Gary, please
Sirat,
come.
let go of
Please,
me.
Gary.
Sirat,
come,
leave
Gary.
my
Let's
jacket.
get married.
Leave my jacket. What are you doing? Have you gone crazy? Are you mad? I already told you once. I can't marry you right now, okay?
You had registered a missing complaint of a lady. You tried to look for her, but you couldn't find her, could you? Sirat Kaur Monga? Well, I found her.
I must inform Angad that Sirat has returned home. I wanted to meet with you. I wanted to tell you something important.
Well, you don't need to do that. First, you told me why you came here so late. You said that you want to stay back with your family, as you're concerned for them. So then what happened? Why did you suddenly become a loving and caring wife? Is it because you wanted to show your fake concern for me? Is that why you arrived so late?
Who told you that I came here for you? Also, I don't need your permission to visit or leave a place, Angad.
I know that you don't need my permission. I know very well that. Somehow you just wanted to expel me from your house, didn't you? So that you could execute your plan. Did you succeed in your plan? Now reveal your plan to me then.
I don't understand what you are saying, Angad.
So what was the reason for returning?
I was coming to you to explain that.
So tell me then, why are you not telling me? Tell me the reason right now.
Now I won't.
Why?
That's my decision.
You are.
Neither are you a king, nor am I a slave. If this is how you want to behave, I don't want to talk to you. You may leave. There's the door.
You can't marry me. What do you mean by that, Gary? Huh? If you don't want to marry me, why make me elope? Why didn't you let me get married to Angad? Tell me. Why can't you marry me? Tell me. Because of you, I'm suffering everyone's taunts and anger. Gary, this is my last warning. Marry me right now. Tell our truth to everyone. Please. Gary, please tell me that you love me. Listen, Gary. Please say that you want to spend your life with me. All of this is a lie, right? Gary, say that you want to marry me right now. Gary, please tell me. Please, Gary.
Enough, Sirat! Enough! I don't want to marry you.
Loving the drama so far? Don't miss the next twist. Hit that subscribe button now for more English dubbed twists, turns, and unforgettable moments every single week. Real drama, real emotions, all in English.
Gary, say that you love me, please. Please, tell me that you too want to spend your life with me. Tell me whatever you just said is a lie. Gary, please tell me that you too want to marry me right now. Please say it. Please, Gary.
Stop it, 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐆𝐒! Enough! I won't marry you.
I don't want to hear anything. Gary, please tell me. Please tell me that you love me. Let's get married, please. Please, please, let's
Stop it now! Be practical. I don't love you. Do you understand? I don't love you. And I'm not gonna marry you either.
What are you saying, Gary? Don't you love me?
No, I don't. Don't you know who I am? 𝐂𝐕𝐄, the future king of the Brar Empire. And you? 𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐆𝐒 from Shimlapuri, a greedy middle-class girl. What is your status, huh? You think I'd marry an ordinary girl like you? You could have at least considered our status gap, right? Girls like you don't deserve my attention.
You're just lying to me, right, Gary? You're just angry. You don't mean it, right?
I do mean it. I've chosen my every word wisely. Did you think that I would accept you if you run away from your wedding? Did you think you would get to marry me then? Taunts and humiliation are all you'll get. You're a liar. You lied to me. You lied to 𝐂𝐕𝐄. You told me you're from a rich family, when actually, your family has nothing to offer. You're just poor people. In fact, your sister's smarter than you. She exploited the opportunity and got Angad. And you? Just another foolish girl who ran away from her wedding. Shimlapuri, those who run away lose all their respect. They become forgotten. Their families disown them.
Do you even know what you're saying, Gary? You asked me to do all of that. Don't you remember, Gary?
You're wrong. You did all of that just for yourself. When you found out I'm more powerful than Angad, you left everything and came to me. And you actually dreamt of marrying me? You! Get lost.
Gary, please, you can't leave me here by myself.
𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐆𝐒.
Where will I go? It was you
𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐶.
who asked me to do all that.
𝐒𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐶.
You told me that you'll marry me. Even my family will not accept me now.
Leave.
Where will I go?
You can go to hell. I don't care. You don't mean anything to me.
But you said you'll marry me when the right time arrives. You told me that Sahiba was spying on you. You were lying, weren't you?
Of course, I lied to you. And you even believed that your dear sister Sahiba was spying on me. Your sister turned out to be smarter than you. She actually filed your missing complaint with the police.
But you told me that Sahiba filed that complaint to get me arrested.
Well, yes, I admit that. But you were stupid to believe me. It's good that this happened, actually. I was trying to get rid of you for a long time. You told me that everyone thinks you're a beggar. Take some alms. From me as well, here. Take it as compensation for the time that I've spent with you.
I'm very concerned about 𝐶𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐶. I don't know whether whether Mom and Dad allowed her to stay or not. What? I will call Kirat and ask her.
Mom, stop crying. We can't undo what has happened. Crying is of no use. Dad, Sahiba called. I'm sure she wants to inquire about Sister Sirat. What do I tell her?
We don't have any answers to Sahiba's questions. We didn't have any other option than ousting Sirat from this house. But I'm sure that Sahiba is not going to understand that.
I know that, Father. But we have to tell her something.
Just let it ring. Ignore her.
Why isn't Kirat answering? Perhaps her phone is on silent. I will call Dad.
Sahiba.
Dad didn't answer my call either. Oh, goodness. I hope Sister Sirat is fine.
Sahiba! I said hurtful things to Sahiba. Goodness. I got influenced by Gary and misunderstood Sahiba. How could I do this? I thought my sister to be my enemy. I was so foolish. That poor thing always wished the best for me in my life. How could I have possibly done this to my sister? Sahiba, I've made a big mistake, and I deeply regret it.
Good riddance to her. I hugged her once and she thought that she could get me. Finally, the problem is solved.
Listen, sir. Do not spare him. He has cheated me. He promised to marry me and took advantage. He's now refusing to marry me.
Do you think you're a playboy? Do you think you can treat girls like toys? I won't spare you.
Sorry, sir. Sir, please forgive me. Sorry, sir.
You have no idea how serious your crime is. It's not a bailable one. We'll thrash you here. You'll also have it from us in the interrogation room. You'll see.
No, sir.
What if Sirat does the same with me? She has evidence against me for this.
No, sir.
I can't take a thrashing like that. Not there, at least. Oh no, Gary, you've been cornered.
It's all my mistake. For all these problems that happened, you are responsible, Sirat. You are the one responsible for this mess and everything else that's happened. I was so foolish. I was such an idiot. I ruined my life with my own hands and just kept on complaining. I troubled everybody. I hurt everybody. I never tried to stop and examine my own actions. What will you do now, Sirat? Where will you go? It's not a mistake. It's a sin. You have sinned, Sirat. You don't deserve forgiveness. No. I won't tolerate this anymore. I can't tolerate this anymore. No. No.
Oh, madam! You are out for a stroll in the garden? Get on the sidewalk or someone will run you over!
What were you doing? I realize now the mistake is mine. I'm sorry, babes. Did you get hurt there? I'm so stupid, really. I ended up talking nonsense back there.
You did the right thing, Gary. And I know that you meant everything that you said to me. But it's okay. The mistake was mine. I left everything for you. But you left me and abandoned me. And this was my punishment for that.
There's no such thing, babes. I'll take you to a hotel and then we can freshen up and talk it out there.
There's nothing more left to say. You have done what you wanted to. You threw money on my face. There's nothing to discuss now.
Babes, I'm really sorry. I know what I did was wrong.
Do not apologize. In fact, you showed me my place. Not only did you remind me of what I have done to myself, but you also made me realize how I compromised my self-respect. I feel ashamed of myself. 𝐶𝐓𝐑𝐈𝐍𝐆𝐒 may be very pretty, but she's an ugly person inside.
No, babes. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. You have a beautiful face.
Gary, I can differentiate between truth and lies. You don't need to tell me all this. And I know why you're here. You're scared that I might make a police complaint.
No.
I won't.
No, babes. There's nothing like that. Trust me.
Don't worry, Gary. I won't go to the police. Whatever you did with me was right. This is what I deserve. Please leave.
Are you sure? You won't tell anyone about me, right? Will you? Are you sure?
I won't tell anyone about you. I won't be here to tell anyone.
What?
Nothing. Please leave.
What is that girl up to? What was she saying?
Mister, may I make an important call from your phone, please?
Sorry, madam. I can't let you use my phone.
Mister, may I make a call from your phone? It's very urgent.
Sorry, ma'am, my phone is not working.
Who could it be at this hour? Hello?
Sahiba, this is 𝐶𝐓.
Sister 𝐶𝐓? Is this your new number? Where are you? Are you okay? I hope Mom and Dad didn't oust you.
It's good that Mom and Dad ousted me from the house. I got to know the entire truth.
Truth? What truth are you talking about? Tell me where you are. I'll come to you right away.
Please forgive me, sister. I made a big mistake. I couldn't understand you. You loved me so much. But all I did was humiliate you completely. I scolded and disrespected you. But now I know that you were not wrong. You were absolutely right. In fact, you have so much concern for me. You went to the police station to file my missing report.
Yes, sister. I wanted to find you. I wanted to ensure that you were fine. That's what I want even now. So tell me where you are. I'll come there right away. Where are you?
No, Sahiba. I won't meet anybody now. I called only to apologize to you. Will you please forgive me one last time, Sahiba?
Last time?
I will never trouble anybody from now on. Nobody will suffer because of me. Please, forgive me one last time, Sister Sahiba.
Sirat, you are scaring me with your saying. Where are you? Just tell me where.
No, Sahiba. I completely ruined your life. You hated the rich. And because of me, you had to marry a rich man, only to be reduced to nothing but a showpiece and trophy for your husband. I have murdered your happiness. I have completely wronged you, Sahiba, and ruined everything. I am the culprit, and there's only one way for me to repent. I shouldn't show my face to Mom, Dad, 𝐀𝐿𝐿, or to you, Sister Sahiba. I won't ever cause you any more pain, promise you.
Sister Sirat, don't say all of that and scare me now. Tell me what's going on in your mind, sister.
I'm going to put an end to this mess once and for all. I'm going to commit suicide.
Sister, stop talking nonsense. For my sake, please tell me where you are. I'll be right there. Hello? For my sake, don't do it. Sirat!
Sahiba is talking to Sirat?
No, Sahiba. I have already hurt everybody. I can't do it anymore. I should go away from everybody. Forgive your foolish sister one last time, Sahiba. Sahiba, please apologize to Mom and Dad on my behalf. And pass my regards to 𝐀𝐿𝐿. Tell her that...
Dear, you will tell them about this. I bind you in an oath. Do not do anything rash. Tell me, where are you? Hello? Hello?
Thank you so much.
Dear, hold on. Here is some money. You might need it.
Money doesn't matter where I'm going, ma'am.
She is going to meet Sirat. I must follow her.
Otto, stop!
Where to, madam?
I'll tell you. Let's move, quickly now.
So I was right. Sahiba knows where Sirat is. I will catch both sisters red-handed.
Hello, ma'am? A girl took your phone to make a call. Where is she?
I do not know, but she seemed really very troubled.
Where was she? Where did she meet you? Tell me.
Near the Model Town Temple. She went towards the old bridge.
The old bridge. Thank you. Please hurry up. Take me to the old bridge. And hurry, please hurry.
Had you not spoiled her like this, none of this would have ever happened. She would not have eloped, humiliating us like this.
I am your daughter.
I only have two daughters, 𝐀𝐕𝐄 and Sahiba. Go and die for all I care. The doors of this house are closed to you forever.
Mom, Dad, I have humiliated both of you so much. Please forgive me.